Hi, I'm Mrs. Smith, the school counselor for Lincoln Edge. This video is regarding post-secondary planning. Post-secondary planning often starts in ninth grade and continues throughout high school. One of the questions I often ask as a counselor is, what are you thinking about doing after high school? And often I get met with, I don't know, or I'm not sure, which is perfectly okay. Sometimes in finding the best path, sometimes you first learn what you don't want to do, and I think that's very valuable information. For any students grades 9 through 12, I encourage them to ask questions. Ask questions from friends, neighbors, families. Listen to what people have to say to you. If your coach or teacher says you're a great leader, maybe that gives you some inspiration for maybe a career path. I also recommend trying volunteering or maybe a part-time job while you're still in high school. It helps you sort of figure out what you might like or might not like. Be open to a lot of possibilities, take advantage of career and job shadowing opportunities. Don't rule things out quite yet. And if you're still really stuck, sometimes it helps to think about what your perfect job might look like. Not the name of what the job is or this specific career, but is it a job that involves working with people a lot or a little bit, not so much? Does it involve a routine, structured kind of day or a very spontaneous kind of day? Do you want to work outdoors? Do you want to work with your hands? Those kind of questions can kind of help. In the next few slides, I will be sharing some things to be thinking about at each grade level as you move through high school. When thinking about what are your post-secondary options, you could consider four-year colleges. Some examples locally might be York College, Penn State York, Millersville University. You could also consider two-year programs. HAC or local Harrisburg Area Community College and their branch campuses would be a two-year college. There are some technical or trade schools. Thaddeus Stevens College of Technology, York County School of Technology also has adult programs. Penn College of Technology are some examples of those. They offer certifications or up to two-year degrees. There's also other certifications like a CDL and EMT kind of certification. Apprenticeships. Apprenticeships are available usually after high school. Some pre-apprenticeships are available during high school where you start working from day one, earning money and leading to a trade, usually certification or licensure. The military is also an option, and students can start preparing for that in high school by taking the ASVAB or the military entrance exam. And then there's also college and career workforce. In ninth and 10th grade, you can start planning for post-secondary options by completing Smart Futures. That's our career readiness platform. You can also select challenging courses, and your electives can be in your areas of interest that might help you finalize your post-secondary plans or maybe even lead you to decide that there is something new that you hadn't considered. Please let your counselor know if you're interested in playing Division I or Division II sports in college. There are NCAA eligibility requirements that need to be met, so we need to make sure that you're enrolled in the correct courses. Do your best in your classes. Practice good study skills. These are good habits that will stay with you throughout high school. Check your email. This is a good life skill. It also helps you make sure that you know of any opportunities that are out there, keeps you informed. Participate. So there are clubs, sports, activities, whether it be in your home school district or in your community. Volunteer. Think about part-time jobs, job shadowing. There's camps, summer programs, anything that you can do to sort of explore beyond what's in school can help you figure out what you want to do after school. Start a resume or at least a list of some activities that you've been involved in, community service, or any awards you've received. This will help you build a resume later on after high school. Look for leadership opportunities if they come up in any of your other activities. In ninth grade, if you're in York County, you could consider applying to York County School of Technology for 10th grade, and you would transfer there for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. That's a full-time program. In Franklin County, you could apply to Career Tech, the Franklin County Career and Tech Center, which would also apply for 10th, 11th, and 12th grade. And if you're a 10th grader and you're thinking about the military, you could consider taking the ASVAB. In 10th grade, the ASVAB is for practice. You can retake it in 11th or 12th grade, and that could get you a qualifying score to enter the military. If you're in York County, again in 10th grade, you could, at the end of 10th grade, you could apply for the FLEX program in 11th grade at York County School of Technology. In this program, you don't transfer to York Tech, but you stay enrolled in your home school. And in Adams County at the end of 10th grade, you could apply to ACTI or Adams County Technical Institute to start in 11th grade and continue with 12th grade. If you're an 11th grade student and you're thinking about a 4-year college degree after high school, 11th grade can be a busy year. There's a lot of things that can get you started on the path to getting to the college that you would like. So consider taking the PSAT in mid-October at your home school. This is optional. Many colleges have become test optional for the SATs or ACTs, but if you are applying to a college that requires the SATs, taking the PSAT is a good practice. Think about attending the York College Fair. They host a very large college fair in mid-October at York College where you can meet with representatives from over 100 colleges. Also, think about and begin making a list of colleges of interest. And they can be close by, they can be far away. Anything that you're considering, put on the list, any college. And then you can start investigating what are their admission requirements? What are their costs? What are their majors that are offered? Do they require the SATs? If you are considering a college that requires the SATs or ACTs, or you're unsure, you may want to plan on taking the SATs or the ACTs in winter or spring of your junior year. I recommend taking it during junior year because senior year gets very busy. Consider dual enrollment courses. Dual enrollment is when you take a college course while you're still in high school. You get credit, obviously, for college because you're taking the college course, but you also get credit on your high school transcript. It gives you a nice preview of what college would be like. If you're thinking about playing Division I or Division II sports, by the end of 11th grade, you should have registered with the NCAA Eligibility Center. If you're thinking about college and you're starting to visit colleges, or you're sending off and requesting email or sending for information from colleges, I recommend creating a brand new email for colleges. It's just one place where all that information would go. If you're in 11th grade and you're thinking about trade or technical school, now would be the time to start doing some job shadows. Think about internships, pre-apprenticeships, externship opportunities. Sometimes there are things that I can connect you with as your Lincoln Edge counselor, but we can also work with your home school district counselor. For York County students, York County School of Technology offers flex programs, part-time or full-time for seniors. So you could apply as a junior to be full-time for a senior. You can also think about attending some York County Alliance for Learning or YCAL events. For students who are considering the military, think about taking the ASVAB sometime during 11th or 12th grade. That will get scheduled at your local high school. You can feel free to reach out to me or your local high school to find out the dates when the ASVAB will be administered. For students who are thinking about attending a 4-year college after high school, there's a lot to be done senior year, but you can actually start before senior year. So the summer between 11th and 12th grade, I encourage students to really think about their colleges that they're interested in applying to. If they're not sure, it might be a time to schedule some visits or at least do some more research, thinking about, do I want to attend a small school, a large school? How far from home is okay with me? Do I want a public or private school? What is the setting? Do I want to be in a suburban campus or an urban campus? What does it look like? When you're compiling that list, it's also good to look at what their admission requirements are for each college. Do they require an essay? Do they require recommendations? What do they need? There's also, on the admissions tab of most colleges, you will see what the application looks like. Is it a college application for that specific college, or is it the Common App or Common Application, which is one application that hundreds of colleges use, and you can send it to multiple colleges. If you're planning to apply to multiple colleges, it might be good to complete the Common App. You can continue visits over the summer. Update your resume. You may need that for scholarships. You may need that for college applications. Discuss between parents and students, like, what is the plan to pay for college? Is there a plan? What does that look like? Often I talk with students and they really haven't had that conversation with their parents. And while their parents may have a plan, the student isn't sure of it. So I encourage them to have those open conversations. You can start exploring scholarship applications. That is something that you can do throughout senior year. And also consider dual enrollment sometime during senior year. During the senior year, apply to colleges. In the counselor's perfect world, all of our students will be done with their college applications by Halloween. Now, I know that's not practical for everyone, and I also know that deadlines to apply is much later than the end of October. But the earlier you apply, the earlier you're likely to hear if you get accepted or not. Also, what I find is that my seniors tend to not do much else until they get their applications done. So they put off applying to scholarships. They put off maybe doing the financial aid application until their scholarships are done, and they might miss out on some scholarships or some other important information. So try to get the college applications done as early in the year as possible. Apply for scholarships. Your local high school on their website will often have a number of local scholarships. The colleges that you're applying also are a great source of scholarships, and then there are some other more national scholarships that you can apply for. Financial aid. So during your senior year, it will be important to complete the FAFSA. That's an acronym for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. It doesn't matter what college you're going to. It's the application that'll be completed that qualifies you for student loans or even some grants. And attached to that will be the Pennsylvania application for federal or for student aid as well. Typically, the FAFSA becomes available October 1 of your senior year, so you want to complete it afterwards. And your local high school may have some in-person events where they're talking about and helping students even complete the FAFSA. After you apply and you've completed the FAFSA, you're just waiting for your acceptances to come in. You have until May 1st to put in your deposit and decide on the college. So you have plenty of time to visit or revisit colleges, get all of your questions answered. One side note, as a Lincoln Edge student, as a Lincoln Edge counselor, often I find that our students are putting me, the Lincoln Edge counselor, as their counselor on their college applications. Please put your home school district counselor. If you're not sure who that is, please let me know. Your home school district has to send your official transcripts, so that's something that I can't send, so we need to include them. Please reach out to me at any time, 9th through 12th grade, to schedule a meeting to discuss post-secondary planning. There's a lot more details than have been included in this video, a lot more personal things that we can plan just for you. My contact information is on the final slide. Thank you.